students. From today, your mathematics teacher will be me. My name is Rajneesh, and in previous classes, I'm sure the teacher would have taught you about the mean, median, and mode, which is a data handling chapter. Correct? Now, the mean, median, mode it's already been completed, and these are the three measures of central tendency. The next topic which we are doing is using of bar graph. Now, what do you understand by bar graph? It is nothing but a graph wherein you will see such blocks. Okay, you will see such blocks, and these are called as bars. Now, it is in a graph, so that is what is called as bar graph. Now, why are we using this? Why do we have to use? And where do we use this? That will be dealt in this chapter in briefly. Okay. Now, for example, there are numbers like in a class, A student got 45, B student got 38, C student got 30 marks, D student have got 28 marks, and E student have got 47. Now, the moment when you see all these numbers, you will take at least 2 to 3 seconds to check who is highest and who is lowest. But if you plot this in a graph, saying that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are the marks, and these are the students. Okay. Now this is x-axis, and this is y-axis. Now with this, in the first box, I will tell A, and in the second box, this is B, this is C, this is D. Now, A student, how much he has put? 45. Now here, this is 40, this is 50. Now this comes 45. And put a block of 45 here. 45, 8. Now the next student, which is 38, B. This is 40, so 38 comes somewhere here. 38. B. Now the next one, C30. C30. Now the next one, D is 28, which is here. C28. Now these are the bar graph. Now if you see this, by looking at the diagram, you will be able to recognize who has got the highest, because this is the tallest one. This is the first highest. This is the second highest. This is the third highest, and this is the fourth. Same numbers if I write like 45, 38, 30, 20. The moment when you see this one and this, I think this gives you a clear picture of who is the highest and the lowest. So how do we define bar graph? Bar graph is nothing but it is a graphical representation of the data which is given. These are the data. If you represent this in graphical way, this becomes a bar graph. Usually whenever you draw the bar graph, you can always take the scale. Now this is y-axis. You can mention y-axis 1 unit is equal to, now these are the marks, right? So you can take 1 unit, how many? 10 marks. 10 marks. And in the x-axis, what do we have? X-axis we have the names of students. Now this is also represented here in the graph. This is the scale. Now whenever you are drawing a bar graph, make sure that you write a scale. scale tells you what do we have in y-axis and in x-axis. And these are the bar graph, which is the graphical representation of the data. Okay. Now let's start with one example. Now exercise 3.3. The first term, if you see the first term in this, use bar graph to answer the following questions. Now in this question, so they've already given the bar graph diagram. In this diagram, they have mentioned about the pets which the owners have owned. Pets is nothing but all the animals which has been at home. Okay. Now they are asking which is the most popular pet. Now in this diagram, if you see the bar graph, they have given that dogs. Now you have a bar graph like this. Okay, now this is dogs. This is cats. Rabbits. Hamsters. And others. Now here, if you see the scale here, 2, this is 8, this is 10, this is 2, this is 4, this is in between. Now this is what in the question they have given. Now what they are asking is which is the most popular pet. Now in this, which one is the longest one? This is the longest one. So you have to write cat is the most popular pet. How many numbers it has? 10 numbers. Now the second part of the question is how many students have dog as pet? Now in this dog, if you see dog here, it says 8. So you can mention that 8 of them have dog as pet. Now in this question, what they have done here is they have given the graphical representation and you have to answer the questions which they have given. And this is in 3.3 first problem. Now the fourth problem tells that the performance, okay, now this is the fourth problem. The performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph, choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. Now what all the information they have given here is subject, English, Hindi, Maths, Science, Social Science. Now this is the first semester, 67, 72, 88, 81, 73. And there is one more for the second semester. 70, 65, 95, 85 and 75. Now the first thing is you have to draw a graph. Now first we will take only this one, the first one. Now the graph will be like this is x-axis and this will be y-axis. Now how many we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first one, take it as English. Second one, take it as Hindi. Third, Maths. Fourth, Science. Fifth, Social Science. Now here, the numbers, each box you can take it as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What is the highest you see here? 88 is the highest, and then down we have 95. So you can take it up to 100. 60, 70, 80, and goes on. Now here, what is the first one we have? English 67. Now if you see here, 67 comes between 60 and 70. This works. Okay. Now this will be 67. The second one, 72. It comes here. This is 72. Maths 88. It goes above. And Science 81. 81. And Social Sciences 73. Again it comes here. Now these are the blocks of bar graph. Now this is what the representation. Now the question here is, in which subject has a child improved his performance most? That means what is the highest we have here? 88. This is the answer for the first one. The second one, in which subject is improved the least? That means the lowest marks. Which is the lowest marks here? English. This is the least. And the third one, third question, has the performance gone down in any subject? Now to get this answer, no, you have to plot the second graph here. We have 70 here, right? In the same thing, you can draw 70 here. Okay? Shade this part. Now this is the improved one. Because earlier it was 67, it increased to 70. Now the second one, 72 to 65. Now this will be the 70 to 65. Here improved. Here not improved. Similarly, you have to just plot these three in the same graphic. Okay? This is the one option, or else you can also draw similarly one more graph similar way. Again, the subject will be in x-axis and the whatever the marks you have, it will be in the y-axis. Okay, now in this exercise, in total we have 6 problems, and I want everyone to try the same. It is only about the plotting graphs, okay? And the next topic which we have here is probability. Now, what is the meaning of probability? Probability is nothing but a chance. Now, for example, you toss a coin. Toss a coin. Now, when you toss a coin, you either get heads or tails. Any one you will get. But how do you know which one you will get? What are the chances of getting heads and tails? That we can find. Now, for example, in this, there are two possible outcomes. Two possible outcomes means either you will get heads or tails. So in total you have 2. Now what is your outcome? What do you want? If I want heads, that means one option. So the probability of getting heads is 1 divided by 2. That is your outcome divided by total outcome. Whatever you wanted divided by total outcomes, which is 2 you have. So 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is nothing but 50% of chances. So when you toss a coin, you either get heads or tails. That is, you get 50% chances of getting heads or 50% tails. That is called as probability. Probability is nothing but, in simple way, it is a chances of outcome which you are expecting. Chances of outcome which you are expecting. Now in this chapter, it is just a small introduction on probability. In detail, you will be learning in your next classes. Now in exercise 3.4, there is a problem called second problem. This is the second problem. There are 6 marbles in a box with numbers from 1 to 6 marked on each of them. That means they have a box, okay, and in this you have 6 marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 marbles, and in each marble there are numbers. What are they asking here is, what is the probability of drawing a marble with number 2? That means they will just randomly pick one marble. They are asking what is the chances of getting 2. Now here, total outcomes. Total outcomes is nothing but, how many marbles we have? We have 6 marbles. Now which are they asking for? They are asking for 2 numbered marbles. How many we have? 2 numbered here. We have just 1. So you are writing 1. Therefore, probability of getting 2 equal to, how many we have? Only 1 we have, divided by 6. This is the probability. In this you have to check how many marbles of 2 number you have. You have only 1. Out of that, how many total number of marbles? It is 6. So the probability will be 1 by 6. Now the second part of the question. What is the probability of drawing a marble with the number 5? How many we have? 5 numbered marble. How many we have? We have only 1. Therefore, the probability will be equal to 1 by 6. You don't have to simplify further. You can just write it in fraction form. That is more than enough. Now these are the 2 questions I have asked in exercise 3.4, second problem. And that completes your chapter data handling. And if you have any kind of doubts on this, you can always ask in your interactive session. Okay, thank you so much.